Families gather around to play dominoes. Zebras graze in the fields of Africa.
Part of the library's mission is to engage the community in the literary arts, and that includes encouraging reading, but also writing. And this is an event that we look forward to all year as a celebration of poetry and an opportunity to hear a new generation of creative voices.
So I want to also welcome you to the 2008 Robert Campbell Monterey County High School Poetry Awards. Established in 1986 to recognize and promote excellence in high school poets, and to develop an interest in creative expression through language, the awards were created with two fundamental insights. First, the vigorous and open-eyed quality of student poetry gives student work a redemptive role complementary to other forms of human expression. Second, poetry by young people is a vital yet largely unrecognized part of our culture. By one definition, poetry's work is the clarification and magnification of being. When we enter into poetry, either through reading or writing, we give ourselves to a different mode of knowing and explore new pathways that words take toward meaning.
Well, let me share with you my own experience growing up in my family as a poet. Okay. I was getting ready to get married, and I was in Princeton, Maine, 3,000 miles away from my mother in Pasadena, California, and she was really mad at me. It was her birthday. We were planning the wedding, and I'm 3,000 miles away with a wild man fly fishing in Maine. So I did what any good daughter does when her mother's mad at her, thinks she's not a good daughter. I wrote her a poem. And in fact, I sat down and wrote her 5 poems, and I sent them to her in the mail. And I imagined her getting this gift and opening up the package and finding poems. So it's called The Audience. My daughter wrote me a poem. I thought, my daughter wrote this writing poetry when she could be making money, working in advertising. I tell her, if you're too good for advertising, there's always TV. You can't think that is below you. They don't pay her anything. No job in sight. I don't even think she wants one. It's addressed to me. I told her, if you send me stories, maybe I could help. Poetry I don't know about. But I can't say anything. She's very sensitive. My brother was a dancer and went on the stage. See where he ended up? What you need is a job. I feel sorry for her, writing poems when she could be having nice things. She'll never be happy without money. She likes nice things. Still, she wrote this for me. My daughter wrote me a poem that's very nice, called me a skinny giraffe, said she was my daughter. Why does she have to write me poems telling me she is my daughter? What is she trying to convince me of? Well, I don't think it will sell, but it's nice. My son doesn't write me. Of course, he has a job. Okay.
And that students are still writing poetry. They're still being encouraged by their teachers. Given these pressures on them, I think is a wonderful thing. And we've acknowledged a number of the teachers on the first or the second page of this book, and some of them are here. And actually, there's some whom we didn't acknowledge, whom we should have. But I would just like to have us acknowledge those teachers who have come today to honor their students. So there's Simon Hunt from Santa Catalina School. Simon. Cheryl Josephs from Arena High School. Cheryl. Jack Krell from Silver Star Center. Vorney Nolte from King City High School. They're related, so that's. Then also people who have also shown up in support is Tim Cooper from Baranda School over here. Patrice Parks from Salinas. And there's someone else whose name I forgot. There's other teachers here. Peggy, right? Peggy also from Silver Star, right? Good. So a number of the student poets.
Yo pensé que nosotros íbamos a estar juntos para siempre. Yo pensé que nuestro amor sería para toda la vida. Pero cuando yo te veo a los ojos, veo que tú no piensas igual que yo.
Will show up a little later. They're all carpooling over. Then our next award winner will be Maria Di Giovanni from Santa Catalina School. She's not here, but Simon Hunt will be, her teacher will be reading her poem for her.
And now a villanelle by Maria Di Giovanni called Poor Mrs. Calabash. Outside my window, my cat stalks her prey. It's hard for her without front claws. Poor thing, she's been at it all day. When she jumps, the squirrel just glides out of the way. But the determined cat turns again without even pause. Outside my window, my cat stalks her prey. That rodent looks like he's mocking her, I hear my brother say. Declawing cats must be against a few natural laws. Poor thing, she's been at it all day. My frustrated feline tries to keep defeat at bay. Her yowling mouth shows off her nearly harmless jaws. Outside my window, my cat stalks her prey. The squirrel gets tired of the game and quickly scampers away, and the disgraced cat finally gives up her lost cause. Poor thing, she's been at it all day. That sweet cat could hunt till her muzzle went gray, but she'll never catch anything in those weaponless paws. Outside my window, my cat stalks her prey. Poor thing, she's been at it all day.
A spectrum of colors swung on the wall, dancing, dancing, with the sun they waltz. Prisms of water cut from glass, spinning gold strings tough as brass. Crystal and metal creating a cage, capturing light quick to escape. Quivering fast, almost too hard to see, like a leaf caught in wind attempting to flee. It shines on pretty dancing ladies, dull dresses white as lilies. The sound of chimes float through the air, a singer's voice no longer there. The brass it bends weakening so, the light too strong to defend the blow. The ball suspended by glittering cords, fragile and delicate, could hold no more. Raindrops fell upon the ground, the light escaped, nowhere to be found. Glass breaks and brass rusts, all things must return to dust.
Obsession. I am the dream, your nymph, your deepest heart's passion. I am the eyes staring back when you gaze in the mirror of Erised. I am the beauty, your addiction, your very oxygen. Breathe in, breathe out. I am the siren's song. Can you feel it pulling you closer? Deeper and deeper and deeper. The water is filling up your lungs. Breathe in, breathe out. I am the gift and the curse, the tonic and the poison running through your veins. Breathe in, breathe out. I am the lightning striking your worlds. I hold the hand grenade in your hearts. Live by me, live with me, live for me. Die with my icy lips touching yours as I stab your soul.
Baby blanket. A year in time has almost passed since that treacherous day we parted ways. I still believe that you are mine, immensely wrapped in your motherly, dear caress. Until tomorrow comes, I will make a promise to hold you tighter than I did that day. The texture of your silky threads I miss, despite the tired corners where you fray. Some classify my unabated love as just a phrase. Tattered, it does not lie. It returns like a wise Noah's loyal dove, even with one unfortunate goodbye. Some day we must lose that which we hold close, but when lost, comfort is missed the most.
A lion is in my life, proud and unpredictable. He commands authority. He calls me daughter. A hen is in my life, old and motherly. She chases her chicks everywhere. She calls me granddaughter. A bull is in my life, angry and irritable. He runs people out of his pen. He calls the hen wife. A mouse is in my life, silent and meek. She watches the other animals and keeps to her little burrow. I am she.
Creation.
Creation. My backyard is a graveyard of broken glass and dog shit. A place where superfluous ideas coat the gravel. My refuge. Not a place where I hide from the subtle complexities of my mind, but a place where I'm brave enough to face them.
The cold air twists itself into words, and I can almost grab them from the air. Instead, I absorb the sight, illuminated by pale moonlight. My graveyard is resurrected by thought. 1,000 deaths, 1,000 new lives, stemming from the glimmer of my eye and the illumination of my pallid face, bathing in sullen moonlight. There, I orchestrate a parade of shadowy words, and I bring them into life.
A man in a tux softly plays the piano. Families gather around to play a game of dominoes. Zebras graze in the fields of Africa. A skunk raises its shaggy tail of ebony and ivory like a flag of warning. Robbers dress in black and white, intending to blend in. A group of girls play a casual game of soccer in the park. Gamblers in Vegas roll the dice, praying for good luck. While sipping his coffee, a man reads the newspaper with interest. Cows graze happily, forever grateful they live in California. Paris Hilton sits glumly in jail, feeling filthy in her black and white ensemble. Penguins chirp loudly, searching for their soulmates. Dalmatians playfully pounce on one another at the beach. A teacher writes on the chalkboard as the students cringe at the sound. A grandmother and grandchild dip Oreos into a glass of milk, sharing a special moment together. And who said the world wasn't black and white? Next, from Santa Catalina School is Allegra Krasnikowicz. Is that close enough? Pretty good, okay. And so she has actually 2 awards, one for Outcast Memory and the second for Waterfall. And, okay, and this is Brooklyn Moore, classmate at Santa Catalina.
Outcast memories. They talk about their summer nights, fireflies in bottles, warm puddles, ice cream and the fireworks, those lazy hammock afternoons, dark sunglasses that hid their eyes like Zorro's mask. They were mysterious and carefree, toes cold from the salty waves that lapped their feet like frothy tongues. She listens and drinks in their words like lemonade, with just enough sugar and coolness to ease the summer heat. They ask, "And you?" She stops and remembers. The dog with matted fur, mud-encrusted feet that ate the trash outside the door, and slinked away from her eager hands, longing to caress his flea-bitten face. The yellowed curtain where the moth's fuzzy body and tickling wings retreated when the pale sun rose over the unfinished brick houses, where clothes dangled out of dirty windows, like limp, hanging bodies. She remembers her father, red and withered like a dried tomato, bent, limping, weary eyes, big hands, like those of Michelangelo's David, a hero frozen in a grasp of time. She remembers him looking down at her, not really a smile, but some wrinkles on those leathery cheeks, cracking lips quivering, upward towards the gray-blue sky. And then her second one's called Waterfall. They rush down city streets like blind men in a library, fumbling through the pages, pretending they can really see. 100 lives swirl around me. My thoughts are racked with vertigo. The bottom is endless, lonely, so much that I will never know. A waterfall is not 1,000, but one single thing. Particles that merge together, and as one, they make the water sing. I see them now, each distinct. That man there has empty eyes. The coffeehouse waitress seems detached. A boy sucks on his thumb and cries. I hear the waterfall in my head, or is it my heart pounding? A river, a flood of lives rushing onward, my utter ignorance astounding. I long to speak to all of them, to ask them what they know, of death and love and suffering, of how to live and how to grow. But isolation stifles hope. I am alone amidst the crowd, buried alive in mystery, their stories hidden behind a shroud.
Our next award winner is Robert Lehman of Pacific Grove High School, and he's here, but he's asked that I read his poem, and it's my delight to do so. But he will come up to claim his award. So the poem is called Emotion. In my house, there is emotion in every room. There is love, strong as steel, weak as glass. There is trust, true as the sun, false as a siren. There is hate, dark as day, dark as night, light as day. There is pride, unclear as fog, clear as a sunny day. There is fear, sharp as a knife. blunt as a hammer. Okay, next we have Aaron Lopez from Salinas High School who will read his.
Let's shatter the glass and spill no wine. Engage in a gunless matrimony. Angry thoughts are only weapons and pillars of mass destruction, not to mention confetti grenades. With paper ball tanks as reinforcement and water balloon artillery at our disposal, we are to use mud and toilet paper at our own risk. If we cannot learn to live in peace and live in harmony and love one another, then at least learn how to live at war, to fight in peace and not hurt each other.
Writer's block. What do I mean to say? I really thought I knew, but now I've lost my way. The words aren't coming through. When did my train of thought depart? It was here a moment before. Now it has left the station of my heart. I can't run after it anymore. I feel myself losing my voice, once so strong and so clear. As I try to make a simple choice, ideas run in fear. Slowly my mind is sealing up. Time passes quickly by. Chasing its tails, I can't catch up, no matter how hard I try. Trapped in the labyrinth of pen on page, so many paths and no direction. And now my mind has become my cage, locked with my need for perfection. If I could just settle for second best, then the words would spill out with ease. But writing is meant to be a test, therefore I can never be pleased. Somewhere I lost my inspiration. These words are hollow shells. They lack the thought, imagination that once came to me so well. Though I try to remedy with clever rhymes, all attempts, it seems, are in vain. I cannot fix these broken lines. I'll never write again.
My papa would throw me up, and I would fly out of the window. I soar through the sky, over the building and through the treetops, singing and smiling. I feel a few drops, thunder and lightning striking at me, turbulence forcing me down to the sea. The bite of the water sends chills up my spine. A dolphin swims by and asks me to dine. I grab onto his fin as he swims me ashore. We eat candies and cakes and danishes galore. It is getting late. I must get home. The dolphin disagrees and asks me to roam. We walk back to the beach. I say my farewells. I jump into the sky as I hear church bells. Into the window, I soar out of the sky. My papa caught me and hugged me with a sigh.
Ashes. Do not sleep with anger tonight. He makes a violent bedfellow. Instead, wait and hold me till the light. That furrow on your brow is a blight, marring skin of pink and yellow. Do not sleep with anger tonight. Our fires still are blazing bright, and though you yearn to bellow, instead wait and hold me till the light. Oh, think of days we do not fight, of leaves not orange and yellow. Just do not sleep with anger tonight. Perhaps the other voices are right. You need a love more mellow. Instead wait and hold me till the light. Oh, though you rail and curse my sight, I'm your devoted bedfellow. Do not sleep with anger tonight. Instead wait and hold me till the light.
Or from Santa Catalina School will be reading with her friend Mallory Dobbs. Okay.
Invitations from Anne. There is no one who can do what I can. This is a job unmeasured, a task unimaginable, which I share with poets and such. We who cannot speak and dare not act, we are the word makers, the gossips, not the confidants. We cannot be trusted with secrets. Our weakness will fill you, our obsessions will enchant, our passions will. We know what life is ourself. Climb in this crate, the crate that is ours, straight from United Fruit, Inc. Quickly, girl, there's so much to explore. We must fall through the floor and become the
Essence.
If faced with this solitude, the steady would become
Undeceived.
Given this food, one would whisper,
Poison.
but I am rowing, oh darling, I am still rowing. One should turn back, the road is unpaved, the river unkept. Do not ask of what lies beneath its glassy skin. Do not ask me why I shudder. My arms are weak, still the rowing must go on. My typewriter I eat in the morn, his sonnets I burn by night. If you seek time, she does not lie here. She dare not come here. She cannot know us. Help me, my little string bean. We are rowing to Bedlam and back, where they would ring the bells in my ear, E flat. And these were the songs we sang in that paradise. There are the words scribbled on the table. Here are the words that imprisoned me on that mercy street. Darling, I have been your kind, I have been his kind, I have been God's kind.
I have been her kind.
You must be my kind.
Yes, forgive us, Father, for we know not.
I'd like to think that you've thoughts to be penned, secrets from my layaway box.
It is my mortality box.
If you must row, then come and write with me. Women like us are not afraid to fly.
I am from this world that spins around the sun every day, this world where things live and die, this world where there is happiness and sadness, this world of chaos and peace, this world where people worship many things. People worship the sun and the sky. People talk to gods that don't talk back. Many people say this world revolves around the sun, but it really revolves around money. Money is everything in this world. People die over money. People kill for money. To this world, God is money. It rules over us. It controls us. In order to live in this world, you need money. Money gets you food and necessities. Money takes care of you and your family. But we don't always spend it on things we need. We spend it on things we want, things that entertain us, things we can indulge in, things we think make us happy. We do this because in this world where I am from, people only care about themselves.
El bosque de sueños. Tras casas escondidas en un puerto poblado, se encuentra una choza riolada por riachuelos, donde vive una joven cubierta de deseos. No se cansa de perderse en el bosque de sus sueños. Pretende encontrar el amor verdadero al lado del príncipe azul y siempre buscado. El hombre perfecto y siempre ha soñado. Espera reunirse muy pronto a su lado. Pasaron los años y yo sigo esperando. Mis ojos ya tristes deslumbran cansancio. Mis labios secos preguntan que cuándo. Tras casas caídas en un puerto abandonado, se encuentra una choza rodeada de riachuelos secos, donde aún vivo con mis deseos rotos. Me cansé de soñar y rondar por mi bosque de sueños.
Before I read this one, I want to remind you that I said I was an English teacher, not a Spanish teacher, but I've been practicing, though, so I'll do my best. A sonnet by Olga Patrón. Alcanzar tu inmensidad. Maneras no encuentro para enseñarte, demostrarte lo profundo de mi amor. Mi mundo tú eres, palabra de honor. Quererte es para mí todo un arte. No hago otra cosa más que pensarte. Mi alma solo pinta en tu color. Es que tú de mi vida eres lo mejor. Difícil es tratar hoy de olvidarte. Mi corazón lleno está de ansiedad. No muere en mí este bello pensamiento. Tenerte es ya mi enorme necesidad. No basta el solo amarte una eternidad. Bien sé que esto es más que un sentimiento, pues eres tú para mí la inmensidad.
I hear the door locked behind me. Everything I know, I leave behind. I am in darkness, my heart burning inside of me, creating a hole that I fear will forever remain vacant. Before me, a small door pulsing with light. I run to it, begging for mercy. I collapse, a heap of pain and worthless dreams, my heart in my hands scarcely burning. The miniature door closes, and I am alone in the ominous darkness. I feel nothing but the numbing pain of the flame in my heart burning out before me. My body trembling, my breath shallow. I fear the darkness that surrounds me. My heart grows cold in my hands. I am weak. I close my eyes and sleep. The officers wouldn't kick me out and save me from the troubles of worrying about where I would rest my head at night. I knew I would have 3 meals a day, and I didn't have to worry about my stomach being empty like a vacant hotel room. I knew that every day I was able to shower. I saved myself the embarrassment of asking friends to take a shower and borrow clothes like a poor person, embarrassed to ask for money to get something to eat. I knew that my mom wouldn't have to worry about bullets hitting me like they hit my dad, causing confusion on why it was done like a hard math equation. In juvenile hall, I wasn't shy. or embarrassed of things I've been through, because there were kids here just like me that have been through the same, if anything, worse.
Okay, it's called In Denial of My Father. Leave me alone, I shout and yell. I'm scared of you, can't you tell? Why must you hurt me inside and out? You make me feel no good when you shout. You tell me I'm ugly and I should be proud, for I take after my mom, you yell out loud. You think it is funny when you say hurtful things when my friends are around. You laugh and you never back down. Can't you tell that I'm hurt by my frown? You have hurt me so much that you've scared me away. Yeah, I know you're my father, but you'll never hear me say, that is my dad. Not now, not ever, no way.
Next, from Carmel High School, Sierra Severson for reading her poem, Ode to an Oak.
Every day I see the oaks, gnarled, fierce, and mild. The branches twist to unknown heights and reach down to feel the earth. My fingers know the prickles and the smoothness, the lumpy roots that grasp and search for life. I have walked in your forests, shared your secrets, have sat under your languid silence. I flee from all desertion, abhor the barren desert, and grasp our muted memories. Rat-a-tat rain, falling notes of piano sets pain fleeting. Laughter shatters, like marbles, like glass, with a warm silence that bubbles like honey, warm afternoon, cool grass, gentle trees, and your laughter banishes pain.
Speak, speak, thou spectre, whether devil or protector, clad in gray misty weather, why come to me? Like steam the mist arose, and born a figure grows, a man with tattered clothes, he came to me. Glory in life, said he, and as the eagle be, flying, flying free, how my heart does yearn. For once I was a man, with no eternal plan, restraints my soul did ban, yet I wouldn't learn. My years were spent in play, just living day to day, followed none except my way, no worries about tomorrow. But as the day grew near, with my fate seeming clear, my heart was broke with fear, and rent with utter sorrow. For it was then I knew, those dear and near were few, and knew it to be true, the cause did rest with me. So here I am today, repenting from my ways, and hope my lesson stays, so you may too be free.
I am free. Ain't anything there but the hills in me, the grand old oak, an occasional pine, the small breeze rustles through the old grapevine. The golden fields of oat and wheat sit atop the land of the old sugar beet. All fenced in are the Roman cows, while in the corners sit the rusted plows. There's the old red barn with faded paint. Inside, the old John Deere lies in wait. Here lies the creek that twists and turns, while at the end the water pump churns. Way up on top of the largest hill sits the house of the farmer very still. From his porch you see the prancing deer and redneck chimes made from a can of beer. Eating in the field is the Russian boar and the giant bucks that receive quite a score. The little squirrel darts across the road, while at night by the pond sits the moaning toad. The gobbling turkey heard by the distant ear will be the feast but once a year.
Today's awards would not have been possible without the contributions of many. I'd like to thank Jean McCombs and the Monterey Public Library for co-sponsoring the awards and for hosting today's reading. Also, the Friends of Monterey Public Library, who contributed cash awards to a number of today's winners. The Monterey County Board of Supervisors, who provided funds and also certificates of merit, and who allocated monies for this project through the Arts Council for Monterey County. Also, the Community Foundation for Monterey County, the Hardin Foundation, the Pebble Beach Foundation, and the AT&T National Pro-Am Youth Fund.